There we are. There we go. We're live. That's it. I'm a little bit late. Been running around getting some stained for the new podcast wall. So you'll have to forgive me for that. We'll get a few on in just a moment. But just in case you're watching this at a later date and you're rewatching, I've been running around and I've been busy. Let's push that TikTok notification come in. We've got 6 live viewers by the looks of it. I'm trying to get logged in. Always a panic in it because I'm trying to get that job list, get that job list complete, get it done, get it out the way, go through each job bit by bit. Do you know, I'm typing this in, I'm talking to you, and I can't do 2 things at once. Maybe I can if I concentrate. There you go, it's done. I've got the computer on, and here we are. Thanks for joining this morning. Gareth Jones, good morning. Good morning, John Alison. Gareth, just let you know, Alison's out and about, running about this morning. Mike Buke, good morning, bud. How's it going? Alison's running around because we're due a baby soon in this household. Yeah, we got a baby on the way. Not Alison, our daughter. So exciting times, but sleepless nights there. John Ward, I missed you, John Ward. I missed you loads, mate. And I should have phoned you back. I missed your call. I do apologise for that. Let's get the channel up. Yeah, we got a baby arriving soon in this household. So we're going back to where we were. David Graham, good morning. And exciting times, but a little bit of pressure on. We're trying to get things done. Alison's trying to get things done. Get Charlotte. Charlotte's totally organised anyway, our daughter. Hi, John. You need to ask you to have you ever used micro concrete crusher? Do you know, it's funny that you talk about that. I need those glasses, Christy boy. They are around. There is one called the Rhino Crusher. John says, "Oh my God, nappies, poo, and work." Yes, yeah, love it, John Ward. Yeah, absolutely. We got a baby on the way, so I'm looking forward to it. I'm just absolutely over the moon with it, to be honest. I pulled up an old crazy paving and thought, let's get on with the live stream. Yes, we've got a baby. If you want to talk about the baby, we'll talk about it. But it is going to be a boy, just to let you know. So we're really excited about that. Forgive me if I haven't had a shave this morning. I've just popped down to B&Q. I've got some new stain for the podcast wall. Just to let you know, because I want your input. I want your input. We've basically, I've burnt some wood, like I do that show Sugi Band method, brushed it off, and I've got it erected. It's up there, and we've got a new podcast wall. But the thing is, it's like a chestnut color, so it's a little bit dark, and I want to lighten up. I was thinking of doing the stressed look on it and giving it some, put some white paint on it. But before we talk about that, just want to say massive thanks to ITS for supporting this live stream. Just got to tell you all about that first. ITS, they are supporters of the Saturday Morning Podcast. They're here to help. They're here to support you, and they do it on a regular basis. And we got some news on that today. So massive thanks to ITS. If you want to order any tools, you can order them. If you order them before 7, you'll get them the next day. And it's basically 7 days a week. 7 days a week, delivered to your site or home. We've got to mention that. And I've got something that I want to talk about because we've got a bit of a giveaway today with ITS. I've managed to pull it off, and we're going to be giving some away. Not necessarily today, but I want your feedback on what we're going to be giving away. There you go. This is why this channel works. I see John Ward there, Alpine Chrissy out there about the crusher. Let's have a look. Yeah, children. John Ward says, yeah, children are great. Joy, mate, I miss my lads growing up because of work. Wish I could turn back the time. Yeah, absolutely. How many of you guys out there just totally engaged in your work and just massively just looking at your work all the time? Bear with me 1 second because I'm going to pick that up. I'm just going to check that the gates are closed because I've got my dogs out at the moment and I don't want to lose them. 1 second. Well, if you can hear me, here I come. Here I am. Here it is. I've got it. I'm going to show you already what we're going to be giving away at some point, and I want your input. There we are. Alison would go mad knowing that this is on her desk. There it is. Don't know if you can see that in the background. Let's turn the camera down. Oh, you can see it there. It's the Untitled German design quality Kango or breaker, concrete breaker, whatever you want to call it. In English, there's about 7-8 languages on there. It's a demolition hammer. A demolition hammer. There it is. We're talking about concrete. Also, there's something here from Ruby. So every week I'm going to try and give something away, but these live feeds aren't necessarily about free gifts and giveaway. It's about building a community and helping each other through what we call what I call anyway, and I know some of you call it the daily grind, and what we're doing is just have a catch up on the messages there, see what's coming through there. Phil Shaw's, good morning, Phil. Bad neighbours equals tougher jobs, lads. I'm sure you'll all been there. Before I start, I always speak to the neighbours, explaining what we are doing and apologising in future. There we are. John Ward sums it up there perfectly. Do you know, it's great when you've got people like, as I said before, on here, it's great having people, quality people like John Ward actually joining these live streams, because he offers a great insight to business through landscaping, through family life, and how the dynamics of being in landscaping can actually affect, your effect, but also it can also have a positive effect, because it's about putting food on the table at the end of the day and providing, and that's what we do. Fathers and mothers do provide, and certainly Alison does in this household. A contribution to the business over the years has just been invaluable, to say the least. Massive shout out to everyone now that is joining this live stream. I really appreciate it, and other viewers and other people on here actually appreciate it, because it has acted as a great network of linking people up. And as you can see, I know John Ward has actually spoke to people on a number of occasions. Let's just go back there. Chrissy, long as you break it up, they're talking about the breaker, break it up 50 mil bits, mate. There are lots of different concrete crushers out there. I know Speedfast, the company I dealt with the other week, I heard that machine off. They have got different mini crushers coming in as well, but you've got to look after the crusher as well. It just depends whether you feel that it's worth it. I don't know what you think, John, about smashing up, getting it in there. And I've done it on several occasions. But if you've got a fair bit, I think it's worth it. Get it done, get it sorted. Just going through now. Mike Burke says, how should I pick a landscaper? So many dodgy companies out there. Well, Mike, I think there's a number of things. I used to have a checklist years ago on how to choose a contractor. And first of all, I think you need to go with your gut feeling. So important. Gut feeling is so important. It's about trust at the end of the day. The fact is, there are contractors that do make mistakes, but there's contractors that put those mistakes right. It's the ones that don't put those mistakes right. So what you need to do, you need to look at references of that contractor. Ask him if you can go and have a look at some of the work that they've done before. I don't know if John wants to sort of come in on this now. Mike Burke says, how should I pick a landscaper? So many dodgy people out there. Companies out there. Yeah, absolutely. So making sure they're part of a professional body, go and have a look at their work. Just because they are a member of a professional body, there are some that aren't, because they feel that they don't need to be because of the work that they've got coming in. Andrew Ashford, good morning. Shaz, hi bud, how's it going? I want to read what everybody's saying then. Sometimes what happens invariably on these live streams, that it just goes off at a little bit of a tangent because as people join. But let's just pick up what Mike Burke says there. How do I pick a landscaper? Well, making sure they got the qualifications in place. Maybe later on, with your help of all you guys on here now and girls, consumers and contractors alike, maybe we can all offer a little bit of advice on how to choose a contractor, landscaper, or whatever you want doing. Make sure they're part of a professional body if you can. Make sure they got the qualifications. If they say they're going to do some brickwork, maybe they got sitting guilds. But then again, you've got some guys that haven't got sitting guilds, but probably can lay bricks better than somebody who has a sitting guilds. And you've got to bear in mind is that when you're choosing somebody, just because they're a good contractor, are they trustworthy? That's the thing that I would say. Nothing wrong with using concrete slabs, etc. The key is to smash it up and crush it up. Yeah, absolutely. John Ward says, $1 million question. Look at a track record and speak of previous customers and ask for a contract of works. Yeah, absolutely. There we are. This is how this channel actually works. Mike Burke, if you want to give me a ring after this live stream, please feel free. My number is 077 95 595 994. 07795 595 994. Yeah, and this is the thing. I think the most important thing is that when you're choosing somebody, you've got to be able to choose somebody that you can actually trust, because you can have somebody that is a good tradesman, but they may not be necessarily trustworthy. I like to think that what we do, we have integrity, and we're very humble about what we do and how we go about our business. Yes, there are times when we relax and we take our eye off the ball because our customers have been really good with us, and certainly this week, what we're having, we're working for Dan at the moment, and Dan's been really great. He's been away, been really understanding, working with me really close to make sure that we end up with, the end product that he's looking for. But his dad's been on site, and I've actually got him saved on my phone now, Mike, my mate. So that's why I've saved him as his number. And Dan's dad has been absolutely brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And it's great that you have those relationships. But remember, you still need to remain professional in your approach about what you're doing. And certainly that's what Dan brings us back down to ground and make sure that things are heading on track. But he's absolutely fine. Things on how to choose a contractor. Mike Burt, please give me a ring after. There's so many things that you need to look at. But like John Ward says, that you've got to look at track record. Track record is so important. Consistency and commitment to the work and ensuring that they finish the job like they say they're going to do. It'd be great to have a few more likes on it. John Ward says, and remember, lads, we all make mistakes. It's the manner of which we address those mistakes that sorts the good companies from the bad companies. I couldn't agree with you more, John Ward. It definitely is. The fact is that everybody does make mistakes, and we've got to be humble enough sometimes to recognise that the mistakes that are made, that are our mistakes, and we have to accept that. And there are times when there is a dispute about where the mistake come from. The mistakes can come from many points of view. Certainly, Mike Burke says, thanks for the reply. I have had a few people out. Some won't lay porcelain now. However, some are saying they will start the job in November. Mike Burke, yeah, absolutely. Lays there. I'll read what Mike Book says again then, just to make sure that I'm actually clear. Thanks for the reply. I had a few people out. Some won't lay porcelain now. However, some are saying they will start the job in November. And the reason for that, Mike, I'd be very wary of those, is because the fact is that the market is slowing up, and it is. And I touch upon this every week, and in my opinion, I think it is going to slow up for many reasons, because number one, Christmas is coming, so people start redirecting the money. It normally goes quiet this time of the year for some, not for everyone. And January is always busy for me, but then February, March sort of dies off a little bit. But at the end of March, it starts to get going. We have trends of peaks and troughs of when things are happening. And certainly, I really feel that things are going to drop off for a number of reasons. Though the marketplace, the economy is very strange at the moment. It's really difficult to predict about where it's going. You've seen all the things about the lorry drivers and getting people into the workplace, even on farms. I just had a quote come in then. I'm busy and I'm lucky and I'm touch wood, but I'm not lucky. I've put a lot of work into my business, and Alison and I, over the years, to ensure that the work keeps coming in, and we have a consistent feed of work coming in. And what you don't want is your marketplace, for any marketplace, whoever you are, is sort of moving up and down. You don't want it too wild, do you? Gonna read what John says. He's always on here. Great to have him on here. When I tell my lads things, sometimes I must be clear on the instruction lesson for 2021. But I just temper that with they have great ideas as well. Yeah, absolutely. I think what we got to try and do is embrace, John, isn't it? Embrace sometimes the input and welcome the input of the people around us, even the younger ones. And years ago, I never done that, but I certainly do it now. I listen to people's opinions, and then I will make dogs are barking. I will make an opinion on that later, or there and then. I think about what they've said because they may be seeing something that we're not seeing. That's the thing. They may be seeing something that we're not actually seeing. Do you know? I've never noticed that before. We're not actually seeing. Just turn that down now at the moment. 19 watching. It says, let's have a look. It's good to see that. I'm actually watching the live stream at the moment. Just how many people's joining. I just want to know how to give it a like. Is it just simple? So I've given it a like, very simple. 7 likes. Got 19, 20 live viewers at the moment. It'd be good to get a few more likes on there. What we were talking about then, John Ward picked up on the point that it's always good to listen to your staff sometimes, and even your customers, because they'll have a different of opinion, and they may see something that you're not actually seeing. So you've got to make sure that you're open, your mind's open to opinions. Opinions are good. Not too many opinions sometimes, because it can, too many cooks spoil the broth, as they say. Rob Fryer is on here. Rob, we've got your prize here, ready to go out. John Ward says, you are only as good as the people you have working for you. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing about life, isn't it? Only surround yourself with the positive people. Do you know, I actually don't look too bad on live stream at the moment, which is, I've never done that before, but I'm looking good. Anyway, if we want to continue with this vein of conversation about contractors, how to choose contractors, if anybody else has an opinion on here now, please comment below now. I'm not quite sure if it allows me to comment on here, but I'm just interested to see how it actually works. Anyway, the undisclosed location, or my garage is basically what it is coming on nice together. I've got the podcast wall going up. I haven't done any video editing lately because I've been so busy. I've been in that garage morning, noon and night, and I have been in the day as well when I've passed through. And I've done the ceiling, got a new ceiling in there. I've plastered the ceiling, I've painted the ceiling, I've painted the floor with that Leyland, it's called Frigate Grey. I've done the floor, got a great surface on there, and I dare say I will do it again when I finish. Yes, you should be able to comment, mate. Do you know, Rob, I can't see where I can actually comment on it, but I want your feedback, and I really appreciate that. So we've got the ceiling, we've got the floor done, and what I've done this week, I've painted the wall black behind because I've got some horizontal timbers going up. I've burnt those timbers, and I've painted it black because I don't want to see any space behind or any light coming through or any white, because the wall was white before. So, but what I've done, I've been thinking about maybe putting it white on it and rubbing it down and lighten it up a little bit. But I've actually went out this morning. I've bought some light oak. Yeah, some light oak. I don't know if it's going to work, to be honest. And it wasn't cheap for that paint. It was £30. And I believe that when you stress wood, if anybody got any opinions on how to stress wood, I've been watching YouTube as well this morning. I can see how it's done. You paint any old paint on because it's indoors as well, and you can lacquer it after if you don't want it to come off. But obviously, just putting that light colour paint on it, rubbing it off, you can sand it down, and just get that to one side. You can sand it down, and it gives it that stressed look. And I think it will like that, because at the moment when I burn it and I brush it off, it's a very light, a walnut colour, I suppose. A walnut colour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get some stain on there and give it a light oak finish. I've got to put the podcast on there as well, so you'll be able to see there'll be like maybe a sign in metal or something. I'm not quite sure how that's going to do, but what we're going to be able to do, we're going to be able to have proper live streams from a studio. Steve Rose says, Johnny, we'll have to watch later as I'm in work. Steve, yeah, look, Steve, no problem at all, mate. It'd be good to have a meet up with you sometime. I can actually see the comments coming through now on the right hand side. So that's good to see. The other thing we're going to do in that studio, we are going to have a big screen up. So you'll be able to see as well the comments coming up, and it'll stay there. So you'll be able to see those comments. I'm very sort of Italian orientated this morning using my hands. It's just what we do, isn't it? Look, it's so important. Over behind me, what we've done this week, ITS. Let me tell you the story about this. I ordered a breaker because we had a little bit of concrete on Dan's wall. We had to get the concrete out, and it didn't justify getting one of those big compressors in or one of those hydraulic breakers in. And even I couldn't even hire one at the time. So I went online, I had a look at the ITS website, and Ryan had found this Einhell breaker. Well, the weight of it is, I think it comes out at 14 kg, the weight is. It's got a 3 meter cable on there, and it's got some sort of weight behind it, and it did break out. And the concrete was breaking out was really, really, really strong. I never seen nothing like it. You'll have to have a great together, mate, all of us, mate. John, if you've got any input where we think we can have a meet-up, let's just do it sometime. I'm open to discussions with this. We do regular meetups on the Landscape and Survival group in the last couple of years, and we get companies that sometimes want us to have meetups because they want to showcase their products. I think the last one was in Balladesives in Stoke-on-Trent. We've had a couple of meetings there. It was absolutely fantastic. The guys at Bal, Kieran and Phil, unbelievable. I mean, just totally awe-inspiring, and learning about the adhesives and how it works with tiles, and they were giving us their input on it. But anyway, going back, this is what I do. I bounce, I go all over the shop. We've got this Einhell to give away. I want some input off you guys on how we can give this away. If there's going to be a lucky winner of this, whether we have a draw or what, I don't know. I need some help with it. If you want to get involved, or if you don't want to get involved, if you get involved, you can't win it. But if you get involved, you would be doing a great service to this channel and other landscapers out there, and seeing you must be a landscaper as well, or a contractor. We just can't give this one to the consumer. I don't think that necessarily would be fair. Or is that fair? I'm not quite sure. If you're a supporter of this channel, maybe you deserve to win it. Maybe you would want one, or maybe you don't want one. But there is a breaker we're going to give away. So the story is that the local delivery driver, unfortunately, had sent it to somewhere else, and they couldn't locate it. It was a wrong address. Now ITS said, John, you need your breaker, and this is how good the service was. They sent the second one out. No sooner than they sent the second one out, the first one arrived. I, of course, phoned Ben at ITS quite rapidly, and he said we can keep it. He said, John, give it away, give it to your YouTube followers on there. They've been absolutely fantastic with ITS, so we're going to be giving this way. So if you want any to read what people say there, thanks. We recently bought Ruby, a table saw recommended. Great. How did we manage before? Mario Rizzi, yeah, absolutely. I totally agree, Mario. What a fantastic name. Rob Fryer says there is a way of doing a random pick on YouTube, mate. Rob, I need some help with it. I'm useless when it comes to that sort of thing. So we want to be giving that away. Maybe we'll do a random pick. I'm not quite sure how we do it. And a little bit of negative feedback off a couple of people last week. And I'm going to pick up on it because it's so important. And it's so important for you to know what we go through on the channel. So the negative feedback was that they had an email off Ruby and they hadn't won the Ruby saw. Do you know, this isn't the first time that Ruby has been giving things away. They constantly give me stuff to give away. I've got some stuff in the van, and we got some blades that we can give away again. They're an absolute fantastic, brilliant company in supporting this channel and supporting the consumer, and in helping people to understand them as a company. And also they want your feedback, and in order to get your feedback so they can improve, obviously part of the competition or the giveaway was that you contribute by giving your email. And some people didn't think that was actually fair, but how else do they gauge it? How else do you enter the competition without an email? That's how they did it. I have got a video of that, of Paul with Phil doing the doing the giveaway and how they did the giveaway. It was on like on a raffle on what they call it. I forget what they call it now. It's something that's on the internet where you can choose a winner. So it was done fairly, it was done correctly, but a lot of people say that they had a bit of a gripe because they didn't win. Well, they can't give all those saws away. I tell you now, Ruby is given thousands and thousands of in monetary value in products away on this channel, and also on other channels as well. So they are a company that wants to get involved. They want to keep improving their products, and the only way they can do that is by getting the information off you. They had a huge amount of entries to the channel, and I think it's brilliant. I just think that it's great that they actually got involved and they were prepared to do it, unlike so many other companies. If you are a company out there and you are watching this morning, or if you watch this later on and you want to give something back to your consumer base, okay, or even a potential consumer base, get in touch with me. You can send me an email at info@greentoplandscapes.co.uk. You can give me a call on 07795 595 994, or you can pass a message on here now. If you want to give something back to your potential consumer base or the consumer, or you just want to get involved and get your products to marketplace, and the only way you do that is by engaging with the end user. And certainly with this channel, we have a massive interaction with the end user. So really appreciate you guys getting involved. 14 likes, absolutely love it. Let's see if we can get 16. We've got 16 live viewers at the moment. A lot more people will be watching this later on. We're going to be giving that away. But what I want to try and do, so massive thanks to Ruby for everything you've done and for getting involved. And a big thank you to everyone that actually got involved in that. Gareth Brown says, morning everyone. I've been thinking about getting a Ruby tailwood saw after seeing you completing many projects with one. Looks so much easier and a neater cut. Gareth Brown, give me a ring. Give me a ring on 07795 595 994 after this live stream. I can help you and talk you through the process. That's why you don't do the lottery no more. I haven't won. It's a rip-off. Yeah, it is. They're referring to the lottery now, John Ward is. John, we'll get a little prize up to you soon. Don't worry at all. We'll get something out to you, mate. Do you know, it's so important that I get off the 3 gifts that I'm going to give away for last week, the week before, the tool belts. So they're sat there. Your prizes are there. We will get them out to you. But as I said, Alison helps me in the office, and she's been dealing a lot lately with our daughter because she's having a baby. So there's lots of things to be done. So we're a little bit behind at the moment. There's the Omni now. We want to give that away. I keep talking about that. But this is not just about giveaways on this group. This YouTube channel is about supporting. Do you know, all those unboxing videos is just a little bit sort of, I think it's a bit boring sometimes, unless there's something exciting. But I think there's something exciting here from Ruby. And this is actually for me. It's not for you. And Ruby, once again, has got involved with some charity. And let's get out. And when I show you what I've got in here, all will become very clear. There we go. Not exactly my colour. Straight cuts, no curving, table saw. Unless you're very good at cutting with a steel saw. But some on here are. Yeah, they are, John. So here we are. Doesn't say exactly what it's about. But when I turn around the back, you'll see. So there we are. There's the Ruby. You can see what it is. There's the pink ribbon. And it is about that. It is about Breast Cancer Awareness Month. There you are. Go to their website. Ruby are supporting that through their charity. So we'll be wearing these in work for one day. That's a large. That must be Ryan's. He's a large. And there's one for Alison, one for young Ryan as well. There's no smalls in here. So there we are. There's the Ruby t-shirts. They are a great company, and it's great. They are supporting breast awareness. Got a little story to tell. A few years ago, a very good friend of mine, I won't say too much about it, and I won't say who he is, but he lost someone very close to himself, and also testicular cancer. he came across that, and he had to deal with that. A lot of things going on for him, and in some respects, a disaster, and in some respects, an absolute fantastic story, because he's through it. He's got through it, and he's here today. And we got to make us aware of the things that we need to think about on a day-to-day basis, and that's what this channel does. So it's not just about testicular cancer, it's about breast cancer. Men also have breast cancer. So you just, in fact, what I'm going to do, there's a large one there. I'm going to put this one on. No, I'm not going to put the large one. I'm going to put the medium one on, because I am a medium. I'm a medium sort of fella in height and stature, and going to get this on now. It's so important that we think about it, and I'm going to be wearing this week. I've only got one, but I'll have to wash it every day and wear it to site. So there we are, breast cancer awareness month this month, and Ruby's getting behind it. So you've got to remember, when you're buying a Ruby product, a lot of their money is actually going to these sorts of, oh, don't I look good? I look like one of those rugby players, maybe that French side, that Paris side. Look at that wear pink. There you go. I'm on, it's on. Yeah, breast cancer awareness. Think about it. If you've got any problems, or if you've got any concerns about anything at the moment, you need to get it checked out. It's as simple as that. You need to get on it, okay? Not literally next week or next month. You need to do it now. Think about making an appointment, and we just need to remind you, this video in itself might just save somebody's life, or save a few problems and a few worries, okay? Get on it, sort it out, because if you don't sort it out, it's going to creep up on you, and it's going to be a problem. So get it sorted. It's as simple as that. I say this on a regular basis. You must look after yourself. Mental health, all these health problems that occur. Certainly what we talk about, this is why the Ruby is a great thing. Simple, because you can use a Ruby, this cutter, in a room, in a 15-meter cubic capacity room, for I think 3 hours without a dust mask. All right, not that you would do that, right? But these Ruby machines, this is what I said, the value of it is just, it's a lifesaver. When you think what the cost of a disc cutter costs you, right? But what a disc cutter is going to do, yes, it's a great tool if you use it wisely and you use it professionally. But the fact is that people don't, okay? With a Ruby wet saw, it's suppressing all the dust down all the time, constantly. These machines for me are simply saving lives, okay? For many years, there are many contractors out there that never really knew how to use these disc cutters professionally, or even these grinders, because they weren't wearing masks. Once you've got your Ruby set up, you just take your product to it, you're paving, whatever you're cutting, your block, whatever you're doing, you cut blocks as well on a Ruby. Make sure you use the right blade. You can mark, you can cut, and it's under good conditions, okay? PPE is paramount, but what Ruby does, it suppresses all that dust from going down your lungs. Maybe we should do something for the charity on here. I told you I'm going to be doing a charity walk. I keep reminding you about this, and some people think that I'm not going to be doing it, but I will be doing the charity walk at some point. But things have to be right. The last thing I want to do is leaving Alison at a time when she needs us, with our daughter having a baby as well, like that. So I have to consider that. So it's been a great day today. It's been a great live feed. I'm actually over the moon that I'm able to bring these things to you. It's all positive. And if there are any negatives out there, we need to deal with them, and we need to deal with them together. There are enough people on this group and on this forum, okay? John Ward says, quality t-shirts, great idea, absolutely, great cause. John says, straight cuts, no curving. Just reading some of the comments, what people actually say there. I can actually see it now, Rob Fry. I think I can comment on there. There. Say something, John Roberts. I'm going to say something on my live stream for the first time, and I can see how it's done. Just going to say this now, because this will be the first time. There is my first comment. I think I spelled it, done that wrong again. Got the dogs barking outside. There we are. there is my first comment on the live stream. There you go. I never knew how to do that before, and that's thanks to you guys. Brought the Ruby 125 from my DIY porcelain patio. Also bought a couple of blades from Henry. Can they be used wet? Well, you've got to make sure that when you're using the blades, it should say on there whether it's a dry cut blade or whether it's a wet cut blade. It's important and imperative that you get the right blade, basically because of PPE on the tools that you're using. Check it out. You can check out with Rob. Thanks very much. Nice one logo up. Yeah, that's great. Hey, listen, Rob, that really means a lot. You've responded to that. Mike Burke says, congratulations on the new family member. Also great that you acknowledge men can get breast cancer too. Yeah, absolutely. Maybe, I don't know what you guys actually think, is that maybe we should do something on this channel to sort of there's so many charities out there, so many people that are raising money, but we've got to do our bit. What we do our bit, certainly on this channel, with the help of you guys, is that I've got to just get rid of that. With you guys, what we're doing on a regular basis, that we are supporting each other, okay? So whatever we're doing, the group of people that are actually on this live stream now are getting support, not just from me or this channel, but they're getting support from other people. I guarantee you, I've seen this before. This is almost like a dating agency where people meet up and communicate with each other. If you are, I don't know where Mike Burke, Mike asked earlier on about getting his paving done. Mike, whereabouts are you? Because maybe we'll be able to find, maybe we can recommend a quality contractor for you to get in touch with. But it's so important, Mike, that you give me a ring after this live stream, because I might be able to talk to you. Because when you do these live streams, it's live and we can make mistakes. And there's things that probably later on I wish I would have said. So if you want a conversation with me, you may prompt me into saying something that you may benefit from. So give us a call, Mike, after this live stream if you want, and we can sort of find out about how to find you a good contractor. Just need to know where you are in the country. 18 live viewers, 16 likes. That's absolutely massive in my eyes, and it's massive that you're actually joining today. Look, I've got a lot to do in that in the undisclosed location. I've got to get on with it. I'm so excited that I want to try. Don't know what any of you guys actually think. So I've got some burnt wood, and I've brushed it off, and it's very dark at the moment. I want to lift it, and I do like the look of oak colour. So I'm going to be painting it this morning. I'm going to go out there and going to start painting it. But I really appreciate your feedback. Skelmersdale, I will be giving you a call. Last time we spoke, I didn't have at the house. Mike, speak to me, because we might be able to help you out with that. Look, listen, guys, thank you all for joining this morning. I don't want to go on any more longer with these live streams. When we get in that studio, time's going to fly by, okay? But in the meantime, you've got a few things to think about. Let's get behind Ruby, okay? Ruby are a fantastic company, and they support you, okay? All the time. They do support you, and you don't even realize that you're doing it. Let's get behind ITS. Try and use the ITS site, because ITS, straight away, they said, John, give the iron away to somebody, okay? Do whatever you want with it. I don't want to. It's there for you. You support me, so I want to support you. Dan Price, morning, John and Alison. Thank you for the help this week, especially with myself being a difficult client. Dan, there's no way that you're a difficult client. You are. You guys, what a lovely family that you all are. I mentioned that your dad earlier on in the live stream, if you want to watch this back. But no, you are far from being a difficult client, Dan. I really appreciate your input, and your dad and yourself and Jenna and the baby Nell. She's absolutely lovely. It's a great pleasure to work there. I look forward to going to work in the morning, so don't worry about that, Dan. It's great, mate. Thank you very much. JB, could you not sand back the burnt effect? Absolutely, David. I was thinking about painting it white and then sanding it back. I want to retain some of the darker bits underneath, so it sort of comes through. Have a look at the Nakamoto Forestry. Have a look what they actually do with their Shosugi band or their Yakisugi. James Salford says, I'm starting a DIY porcelain patio this weekend. Wish me luck. James, listen, there's plenty of guys on here. It's not just about phoning me, or if anybody wants to help James out, if you want to phone me, James, feel free. If we can help, we'll help. James, whereabouts are you in the country? Want to know where you're from. So anyway, there we are. Got the pink top on. I'm going to go in there now and I'm going to start doing some painting. I'm going to take some pictures, get this out onto social media, and about breast cancer awareness. There it is there. It's on the back, that pink ribbon. I'm going to be wearing mine this week. There you go. Every day. I think the weather's not going to be great next week, but I'm going to try and get some pictures of this with me wearing this out. Massive thanks to Ruby. Massive thanks to ITS for your support as usual. I'm not going to remind everybody on. There's the eye now to give away. Get on it. If you've got any input and you think how we can give that breaker away, it's brand new. I better get off Alison's desk before she sees it. She'll go absolutely crazy. That's going to go in the undisclosed location. Dan Price, thank you very much. Looking forward to get back up there on a Monday. And thanks for participating in this live stream this morning. 41 minutes. I think that's enough. When we get in that studio, we'll have a lot more to talk about, okay? A lot more to talk about. I'm going to be so animated. I can't wait to get in there. We got the electrician coming, I think, on Tuesday with a bit of luck. He's got a great logo and a great tagline on his van. It actually says on there, just don't use any electrician, use a good electrician. And his surname happens to be good. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Listen, I want to hear your stories. If you've got any stories, anything you want to tell me, any pictures that you want to share of what you're doing across the country, if you need any help with anything, there are plenty of people on here and I'm always available. I'll always try and help where I can. I've had so many emails this week. I'm going to have to get through them this weekend. Rob Fryer says, have a fantastic weekend, everyone. That's what it's about. You guys have a fantastic weekend. Thanks for joining the live stream, supported by the guys at ITS. See you soon. See you next week. Have a great week and be safe. See you. Bye-bye.